Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Where to begin? I'm going to begin, let's see, right here. We are testing a descending two-thirds speed line at 222.03 today. This has been a 1 to 2 week objective following the settlement about 2 weeks ago below a descending 1/3 speed line, and is now an obsolete line study because it actually is lower in value than 182 even, which was the early August low. When the speed lines drop below either of the points that they are used for creating them, then they become obsolete. So 222.03 can contain weekly buying pressures. It does have multi-week implications. In other words, if we were to close above 222.03 today, I would then see 287.80 as a likely 1 to 2 month objective. And so there's that. But we can top out at 222.03 and from there fall back to 197.06 over the next 3 to 5 days is possible. For the day itself, I do have 212.06, a rising 1/3 speed line that can contain session weakness. We could trade inside 212.06 to 222.03 all day long and settle out inside that area. If we happen to close below 212.06, good high for the week. Over the next 1 to 3 days, I would expect 197.06, rising 2/3 speed line, able to contain weekly selling pressures, and from there we could round back up to 222.03 again within 3 to 5 days. So there is the possibility we could fill this wedge out into next week. There is a directional signal if we settle outside of that wedge. And once again, in the case of 222.03, it would be 287.80 as a 1 to 2 month target. On the way up, we do have, meaningful resistance levels. I would consider this, there's a possibility we could test this today. If we open above 222.03, it acts then as a day support, and this market's momentum can increase. And we could see a 236.05, this former rising channel bottom, and 237 even, which is an upside 5/8 Fibonacci within the day. Where the market can place a daily high, we could fall from here back to 222.03 within 3 to 5 days. The same setup has recently occurred in NVIDIA, if you've been watching, and this is one of the situations where it's easy to confuse what I'm saying, and I regret that. Much of that is just my inability to express it, but there is what I would call the 1 to 3 day scenario. So if you're kind of a swing trader, and let's say that, or a day trader, and we open above 222.03, 236.65 in reach, where we can top out for the day. And you can also play the short side here on a day trade basis. And, 3 to 5 day swing traders may also sell 236.65 in anticipation of only 222.03, where we could bottom out through next week, possibly by that point in time through September trade. Because once again, closing above 222.03, the 3 to 5 week out to 1 to 2 month time frame shifts decidedly bullish into the upper 280s. But along the way, on the way up, this mid to upper 230s should be respected for day traders. And so it's kind of like combining or dissecting, if you will, the short term from the near term, from the midterm, from the long term, because they can all be different. Of course, you can have a 3 to 5 day buy signal in the midst of, say, a 2 to 3 month bear market. I'm just using that as kind of an example. And you know this, of course. So I think that kind of covers the upside pretty well. On the way up today, I do have 231.22. So if we do push or open today above 222.03, 231.22 is in reach, able to contain intraday buying pressures beyond which 236.05 to 237 even is likely. If we were today, and I don't see it, but if we were to close above 237 even, we should by the end of next week reach 271 even. That is the July high. I will also say, though, that if we do close today above 222.03, you can expect that a July high within about 2 to 3 weeks and 287.80 within 1 to 2 months. This allows the market to double top for a spell at that July high. That is at 271 even. So I don't have that marked here, but we could double top at 271 even for a week or so, fall away perhaps. But I do hold to 287.80 as a 1 to 2 month target if we settle today above 222.03. Until then, 222.03 is a sellable resistance level for the week, and dare I say, possibly into later September. We could fall from here. So if you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, you can sell 222.03 in anticipation perhaps of 197.06. You never really know exactly what the market's going to do. So these pressure points, these trend defining line studies are your signals, obviously. And if you haven't closed above 222.03, there's only one way to consider the market's possibility, and that is to say easing back within 3 to 5 days to 197.06, where we could place a weekly low, as I said earlier. It would be a settlement below 197.06 that would then tip the market south into September trade. But I think you could sell 222.03 under the bigger picture dynamic, perhaps. If you were to sell 222.03 and you're kind of a 2 to 3 to 5 week swing trader, you can either take some profits, lift your position entirely at 197.06 and then jump back in with a settlement below 197.06, or you could just wait it out. We could bounce off of 197.06 for a day or 3 or 5, but better part of a week, and then close below 197.06. It's kind of there's no right way to handle that, but I will say that it is clearly a settlement below 197.06 that is our downward tipping point through September trade. And under that scenario, I would expect the 167.41 area within 2 weeks, 3 at the most, probably more like 2 weeks, and within a couple of months. 129.26, I think, would be a realistic objective if we were to close today, for instance, below 197.06. So getting back to this chart here, I'll say that the framework through the rest of the week is two-sided. Below 222.03, expecting 197.06 over the next 3 to 5 days. And if we close today below 212.06, make that within 1 to 2 days or so, where we could place a weekly low and then round back up quickly to 222.03. So it is two-sided inside these levels. But if we happen to push or open today above 222.03, 236.65 is in reach today. And if we close today above 222.03, I think over the next couple of months, we make our way into the 280s and climbing. 287.80 actually pushes into the low 300 area into later September. And that would be kind of the ultimate objective, I think, is the low 300 area following a settlement above 222.03. I think that pretty much sums it up. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Check out our weekly stock picks twice a week, daily triple Q, daily SPY, so forth and so on. You got a 5-day free trial. You can't go wrong. I'm going to leave it at that for Tuesday's Daily Tesla Report. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesdays. You have a great day.